45 and you still go to summer camp.
I'm only 24!
It's summertime fun, it's super duper camp, and it will leave you wanting some more. We saw Neon's very new summertime, camp time, slasher time, good time, hell of a summer. My name is Spencer.
Oh, my name's Megan.
We are two of the three Halloweeners.
We are.
This is the third Halloweener. His name is Charlie. He's not with us on this day. He's actually volunteering at a camp. If we can get the signal with the phone, we might have a call with him later.
It's hard. We're gonna try.
We have a show right here on Kings of Horror. The entire series is streaming. We also obviously review movies. We host movies from time to time. Give us a follow. That'd be excellent. Okay, enough plugs. We were lucky to see this a little bit early. There were a couple different pre-screens of this that were available to us. We were quite lucky. Neon's very immersive summer camp event I watched the film at an actual summer camp. Huge shout out to Stevie Loves Horror. Thank you for the invite, and we're going to hear from him later.
Hello.
We also saw it with a very large crowd in Los Angeles as well. And both of them had very charming Q&As with writers-directors Finn Wolfhard and Billy Brick.
Billy Brick.
Good name. Yeah. So let's just jump right into the non-spoiler section. How'd you feel about this movie?
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, super fun.
I had a fun time. Yeah.
Fun is a very good word for it. Yeah. It might be billed as a horror comedy. I would bill it as a comedy horror. It's a Judd Apatow-esque, like kind of a screwball comedy film.
Yeah.
And also a slasher, and they're mushed together. And it's real gooey and messy. And,
but like a nice little cookie. Like a nice little chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
The inside is gooey and messy, but it's kind of nice. It's just about like when you're young and you're dealing with life problems and you're going through stages of life and you're having fun with your friends. And then also somebody is trying to murder people.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
So non-spoilers.
Yeah.
What's the plot?
She's dead!
What's going on?
Okay, quick setup, no spoilers. It's Counselors Weekend at Camp Pineway, and this year's ensemble of older teen/young adult counselors arrived to get things ready for the incoming campers. But the owners of the camp are mysteriously missing, leaving the oldest counselor, Jason, who's been coming to camp way too long, to take the chance to win the respect of his peers. After a few hours of shenanigans, a masked killer begins to take them out one by one.
Yeah, and the young counselors, they do whatever they're capable of doing to survive, and that turns out to be not that much. And,
I mean, look, we have all been between the ages of 18 and 25.
Yeah.
I also would not have done that much.
Yeah. This was either Finn or Billy or both at the exact same time said something that they see in slasher films or horror films in general is like characters that are fucking stupid or insecure or whatever. When shit hits the fan, they rise up. They rise to the occasion.
They immediately know how to solve the problem.
Yeah. These characters do not.
No.
Like, it is just a group of people whose, if anything, their insecurities are amplified by this, and shit gets worse. Which I think was really refreshing.
That's definitely where the comedy lands.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. I think pros of this movie, like big pro, is that it was fucking hilarious.
It was a good time in a crowd too.
I laughed the whole time. If you're looking for like gnarly kills, slasher stuff, big time murders, this is not
quite the one for you.
There are some good kills in here,
but we're not really staring at them.
Yeah,
you know,
that's not the centerpiece of it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're focused on the character relationships.
We deal with the aftermath of them.
Yes. What? I definitely did have sort of mixed feelings about the movie on the whole. It seems like there were some pacing issues, I think, in the second act of the movie.
But also kind of in the middle, even though I agree there's some pacing issues, some stuff where it gets a little slow and maybe I wanted to stay here longer. But in every single sequence or scene we're in, there's a nugget that's great.
Yes. Yeah,
so
truly.
It was always worth waiting to find out what that thing was.
Fucking huge highlight of this movie. All of them are good. The entire cast is good. The writing is strong enough. The cinematography is strong enough. To me, the thing that shines the most in this movie is Fred. What's his name? Fred Arbiter?
Fred starts with an H.
No, I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Fred Heckinger.
Totally.
As Jason, in this camp slasher movie, Jason's our hero.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
So good.
We've seen him before in a few kind of iconic scenarios.
Very different kinds of roles.
I thought it was just like actually an amazing performance.
And as an audience member, I think you just end up loving the guy.
Yeah.
You just end up loving the character and the actor as a result. It's just such a real portrayal of the kind of person that in real life you might kind of hate or be annoyed by.
Yeah.
But you also get it.
Yeah.
Like these kids, I know they're adults now. These kids who made this movie have the love for movies that this character has for camp.
That's
like, you
astute as
just
fuck.
want to support them as they do it because the love is there.
How many summers does a guy get to spend here?
A lot, apparently.
Feels like this movie is tenacious. They're doing Q&As everywhere they go. They're engaging with people. Like I have a lot of respect for that.
Okay. That was we've talked very vaguely for a brief amount of time.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Do you want to get a little bit more specific?
Of course I want to get more specific.
Should we get into spoilers?
Spoil me.
The killer is...
Okay, spoiler time. The big reveal is that the killer is really two killers, who we thought were among the first to die, but they actually faked their own deaths.
Their whole motivation, which I found to be just a little too silly for me. Yeah, a little too. They just wanted to be famous.
A little thin, a little trite.
Yeah.
If this was made by people older than the people who made it, I would think that was a really hacky, judgmental take on a generation.
Yeah.
But it's their generation.
That's a good point.
Okay, sure, why not?
The only thing that I just don't like fully about it is it was that they were intending to just be famous and caught and on trial.
Famous and in jail.
And
Which
in
the
jail.
guy does realize eventually.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, if we're just gonna be famous, if I'm in jail for the rest of my life, I don't want this.
Right. So then they
He just
get
didn't think it through.
Right, and then
She wanted to be famous. He wanted
to be her boy toy, like whatever. Yes, he did want intercourse, and
I was trying really hard to not say pussy, and that's where I ended up. That's how I got there.
I'll probably edit out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Something I think that worked is like each character kind of had their own eccentricity or their own specific sort of they had their own little like thing about them that got them killed. A good proper slasher film punishes the teens for sinning.
You're right.
And this particular one, the girl who was vegan, the sin was like she was going to have a burger.
Yeah.
Like she was going to go have some meat and then she gets killed. And then the kid who's like getting attention with his peanut allergy, he gets killed by the peanut allergy.
We get to avoid the big trope of sex murders you, and that's great. Good.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I didn't even realize actually at first that they do a good job subverting that.
I blew her.
Like, we now are very aware two characters have had sex at this camp, therefore transgressing the thing. And they survive.
That kid
for having respectful sex.
Also him for,
Like, look, there's a lot of stuff that makes you realize a lot of thought did go into this.
Yes, they're
not just showing up and bullshitting with their friends, which has a place.
Well, that was my thing. There's stuff that's like, my issue with the movie is they have like really smart kind of like subtle stuff throughout, and then they have two killers that are like, I just want to be famous, and they're saying stuff that is like, this is no longer reality. Like, this is commentary land, which has a place, which is funny, which is successful quite often, but it's also living in the same world as really grounded shit.
So if you're loud about the less nuanced stuff, that's what we remember.
It's a little uneven, I thought, but still.
Much like the macrame I made at camp.
Uneven? Mm-hmm. Very nice.
But with a good effort.
Neon's pumping out like really, really good, really interesting, really bold films. You know what else is good and interesting and bold? Liking and subscribing. You just want to go ahead and do a little click.
Be our Neon. Support these indie artists.
Hell of a Summer is a hell of a movie.
Hey.
So how about a hell of a trivia?
I'll take it.
Finn Wolfhard and Billy Brick. They met on the set of Ghostbusters.
Aww.
They were writing this since Finn was 16 years old. When they were gearing up to shoot the film, they could not find a location. It was too close to COVID-y times.
All the camps had just reopened for the first time in years because of COVID. And so they were like, hey, can you shut down your camp so we can shoot a movie? And they were like,
said,
no.
So they, they did what everybody should do when shit doesn't go too well. They went to Canada. And there are a number of kills in this movie, but most of them are off camera and off screen. There was a question posed at the Neon screening just about the kills and if there are if they went through with any of them, filming them, and I learned this that I found quite fascinating. They did. There are a number of kills that they shot, and there is one where they're like smashing someone with a rock, like in the face, and it's very, very gruesome. And they did. There is a version of this movie where they went harder
really,
on some of the murder.
Really bloody.
Right, but at one of their friends and family pre-screenings, they just received a consistent note that was like, it is impossible to go back to the comedy after you watch a skull get crushed. And I think with their particular style of comedy, like the Monkey can do it, right? Because it's part of the comedy. This was just like, as soon as that skull got crushed, they sort of lost.
Yeah, you're going
their
back
movie.
to
Yeah,
So much blood. That's so much worse than I thought it was gonna be.
so they chose. You know, they made their choice and they chose their comedy,
Yeah.
and probably smart for them.
I think so.
I had such a good time talking with you about all this.
I had a delightful time talking with you.
Do you want to talk to another person?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's
No
do it.
offense.
This is a little different. We haven't done this yet. We have a special guest today. What do you know about this guy?
I know his name's Stevie. Probably. Steven maybe.
Yeah.
And I think he likes horror.
Yes, yes. Stevie loves horror.
Oh, right.
Yes, yeah. Okay, time for an interview. Let's get Stevie on the TV here. All right. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Hello.
Stevie, first of all, thank you again for taking me to that wonderful Neon event.
To
That
camp.
was super fun. Yeah.
You guys went to camp together.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing that shirt. I forgot.
Yeah. There it is. Nice. Hey, tell me about. Okay, so like, why horror?
Like, why do I love horror?
Yeah. How did it find you, and why is it special to you?
Okay, well, so I get kind of asked this a lot, and I feel like my answer is different almost every time. But well, the way that it was introduced to me was when I was like a very little kid. My dad, he was born on Halloween, and he loves horror. So every Halloween, I would just kind of hang out with my dad, and we would watch scary movies and give out candy and stuff to trick-or-treaters. And then from there, like every time we go to Blockbuster, I would run to the horror section and want to get a horror movie. I've just been obsessed ever since.
How did you feel about this in particular as a slasher film?
I feel like it's always going to have an audience of people that just want to go watch a good slasher. And so I feel like they can make a lot more than they do. But I feel like the ones that have come out recently have just been more like a comedy. And this movie was definitely a comedy. It was hilarious though. I loved it. But yeah, so it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The kills were fun. The characters were awesome. The acting was amazing. But yeah, it still hasn't really scratched that like slasher itch that I'm craving.
What else you got?
Oh, I see. Oh, it's on me. I don't know what you were gonna ask. I was just gonna ask.
Go for it. Yeah,
just as you were
please,
talking
yeah.
about you love slashers because you love the kills, and we were, just saying Hell of a Summer is definitely a comedy. But what was your favorite kill in that?
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. The on the theater stage with the axe, he was hilarious the whole time.
You guys stole my fucking murder mystery party idea, didn't you?
But yeah, that kill was probably the most gruesome because the first two kills were like off screen, which we know why now. But before that, I was kind of like, I remember I was like, damn, I can't believe those kills were off screen. I can't believe I didn't put two and two together for some reason. I think just because I was so excited to be there that I wasn't really like, like focusing that hard.
Same. My critical brain was turned off because they wowed me.
Because you got
with
popcorn.
all the gifts they
You got
gave us.
merch.
What about yours? You too?
Peanut butter kill was maybe mine. I mean, I did love being surprised by the headrest, and peanut butter kill being like off screen was the bummer. But I really liked the joke of it.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty funny.
What else? Hey, where can what are you working on? And where can we find you?
I'm a writer. I enjoy writing. So anytime like I have free time to like do anything that's sort of creating is like I want to write. But I love film. But when it comes to like reviewing a horror film, it just really depends. It's hard to find a good horror movie to watch, like with so many options, like on Tubi and Shudder. So like looking for just like underrated horror films is like, I think, what most people want to know about.
Big thanks to Stevie Loves Horror. You can find him on Instagram, on TikTok, and pretty soon on YouTube.
Okay, so big business, big official, big. Here's the moment that we've been building up to.
Yeah, totally. I'm in on this too.
we rate these movies with a binary system, and either it gets a pumpkin or it gets a squash. What are we doing here?
I'm going pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Yes, certainly a lot to love in this movie.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think it will do well with a big old crowd.
Let's support these crazy kids.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, like, they don't need it financially, but
let's support them emotionally.
I think it's important to support and pay for horror films, obviously. And horror's doing quite well currently. Like, we're getting good horror films, and there's a crowd for it, and there's more of an appreciation for it now, maybe than ever. But I think it's also important to like support like smaller comedies, because that's such a communal experience. Just like horror is such a communal experience. Yeah. And it's a way to explore some pretty dramatic themes in a non-specifically like dramatic way. You know what? Did I say anything real?
That makes sense to me. A lot of sense. I'm good.
Remember when there were comedies?
Yes.
In theaters?
There are fewer.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was fun. I'm glad we saw it. I'm glad we saw it in the manner that we did. But I think this will, anywhere where you can get together with a crowd, even if it's in your living room with a bunch of buddies. Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming to camp with us. We have been the Halloweeners. Our show, our sketches, our reviews, our movies are right here on Kings of Horror.
The whole catalog. Check it out.
Check it out right down below. We've got, a link tree, and we've got where we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we are on TikTok. Get there while you can. And we as always, we appreciate you. And what do we got next? You know what we got next?
Nope.
Cheers, guys. Happy Halloween.
Oh, hey, buddy. I can't talk right now. I'm in a cave. That's the daddy. Call you back later. Hey, wait up.